As we have seen the properties window, which shows properties for each object, there is also something called layer properties. So this will show different layers. As of now, we just have 2 layers, but generally when we are creating detailed drawings, you will have multiple layers. And in such, you can modify the layers by creating different modifications for the layers. For example, you can lock it up so nothing can be changed, nothing can be deleted. You can protect certain layers, and there's many other options that you can do over here. And here you can also, like over here, you can turn off the layer. For example, if I want to turn off this layer. So before we do that, let me actually just create one more layer. So if you click the layer properties, it will show you all the layers that is available in the file, and here we can just create a new layer, test. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll add certain objects to this. How you can do that is, if you can select this and just put it in test there, that's how it is. Or you can also do is match layer properties. So it will change this layer to the selected layer, and both of them now are in the test layer. Also, you can make that as your current layer. So if I want to make the test layer as my current layer, so whatever I create now will be in the test layer. Let me also go ahead and change the layer color, which can be done from here to yellow. Okay, and to yellow. Okay, so now all the items in the layer are yellow. If I can create again, everything will be now in yellow, and these are all in the layer. Here it is green, but let me just go back to by layer. Now everything will be in yellow. Now we can do is we can modify this layer, because this is a different separate layer. So let's go and lock this layer. So if you can see over here, I can select them all, click delete, but only the open layers are being deleted. Same goes for freezing, for example. So let me open it again. Let me open this layer. Okay, now it's open. Now we can freeze the layer. Means it's frozen, which means it's closed. At the same time, I can unfreeze it. Now we can see it. Also, there is something called closing the layer, which again does similar. There is a slight difference in terms of blocks. Different type of block behave differently, but this is freeze, unfreeze, and layers. Also, there is another option to isolate and unisolate the layers. So this, for example, if I want to isolate this layer from the drawing, I can just do that. So all the layers are removed and only this layer is there. When I click this, all the layers open up. So these are good commands to modify, to make certain things in the layer properties. And layer properties is very good, especially when you are making multiple detailed drawings. For example, for simple civil engineer, he can just put things in different windows and doors. Everything can be in different layers. For example, for an electrical designer, he can put lighting in one layer, power in another, and so on. Similarly, for a mechanical engineer, he can put plumbing in one layer, and for an architect, for example, he can put marble and granite in one layer. So everything can be more detailed, and this is very good, very professional way of working. So if you close one layer, for example, you don't want anything to do with the electrical, you can remove it, or you can freeze it so that it's not modified. You can also if you're sending the same drawing, so it also helps in creating a coordinated drawing and not modifying certain aspects. So these are certain things that are very helpful. This is called their properties. It is very different from individual object properties.